We survived 365 days in 1.17 trios. One full in-game year of gameplay, and this is everything we've accomplished. If you haven't seen the first 300 days, you can check them out in the description. But if you don't feel like watching all of those videos, don't worry, here's a brief summary of the gameplay while I open up the video. While we do that, it's time to sell out for a little bit. So I've gotta say, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and be sure to leave a like. I make plenty of content like this, and I'm even planning on adding new stuff soon, so make sure to hit the subscribe button to be part of that. The goal is 30k subscribers by the end of the year, and I know we can hit that. Now, with that over, and the brief recap complete, let's get into the gameplay. On day 301, we argued about making a diamond beacon, and ran around looking at the world to see where we left off. At the end of the last video, we tried to fight 9 withers and the ender dragon at the same time, so we wanted to do that at the end of this video too. The reason I say we tried is it didn't exactly go to plan. The explosion from the withers spawning destroyed the end crystals used to summon the dragon, and we didn't end up fighting them both at the same time, so we were going to do it again in this video. We decided to go ahead and start grinding plenty of wither skulls for the finale right off the bat, so the 3 of us headed into the nether and made the journey back to the nether fortress. We began fighting plenty of wither skeletons. After killing many skeletons, we finally had enough skulls. I believe Havenhand collected 7, Chris got 11, and I got 9. Once we collected plenty of wither skeleton skulls, it was time to head back to the overworld, put the skulls away, and focus on a new task. Sorry I'm jumping over that pretty quickly. I mean, there's not really much else to say except for the fact that we killed wither skeletons. We got home on day 312, and Dan dipped off to work on something on his own. While he did this, I decided that I wanted to make something stupid. So I decided to get a diamond hoe and enchant it up so I could make it a mega hoe. After getting efficiency, unbreaking, fortune on it, I added a mending book we had left over in a chest, and headed to the nether to mine for 4 ancient debris in order to make the hoe netherite, so it would be a true mega hoe. On day 315, I finished up with mining for netherite and upgraded the diamond hoe to netherite. I went to go show it to Dan while he was upstairs and found something quite upsetting. Hey Daniel, where are you? I gotta show you something.
1 second.
Oh no, not again.
Jesus. I may have made a tactical mistake.
Why'd you make it blue this time?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not the terrible proportions.
It's also off-centered. It's also off-centered.
Yeah, it's I feel like the first one was much better. I'm not gonna lie.
Daniel!
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
How did you make it work?
The first one was good and you broke it because I killed a stupid chicken.
Hey, Dan.
What?
Look at my mega hoe.
Also, it makes you feel any better. It's more sus this way.
Yeah, I gotta say that's so sus, my dude. It's so incredibly sus.
He got Daniel's mom.
Daniel's mom! Just gets banned from the server. After Dan finished up building his terrible Among Us, the 3 of us decided to play some bingo. For those of you who don't know how bingo works in Minecraft, we get 16 items, and the first to find all of them wins. For this, each of us picked 5 items, and we all agreed that the 16th item would be a diamond block. And then each of us put our items up that we need to get. Now that we have a full board, we each took a weapon and armor so we don't die. We didn't want to risk losing the challenge just for this minigame. Other than protection, we started with absolutely nothing. I started by going for the crimson stem, so I grabbed some wood and hopped into the nether to go looking for a crimson forest. Fortunately, there's one super close by to our portal, so I grabbed the log and then looked for a magma block and soul sand. I also needed to grab a warp fungus as I needed to combine it with a fishing rod. So I grabbed all of those items and then returned to the overworld. I hunted spiders for string while it was nighttime, and then next I went caving as I needed to make a blue lantern using the soul sand I had grabbed earlier, so I needed to collect some iron. In the caves, I grabbed both iron and copper because I also needed to make a lightning rod. After digging down into the caves, I found those 2 ores pretty quickly, and I didn't need much, so I smelted it up. Next, I needed to grab chorus fruit, so I headed to the end through the nether. I also needed ender pearls, so I killed a few endermen to get through the gateway, but also to collect the item in general. There were plenty of chorus fruit on the other side of the gateway, so it was pretty easy to quickly grab. After chopping down the chorus fruit, I returned to the end gateway and headed home. Chris, how did you get all of them already?
Chris, what the hell?
Well, it's really easy, like.
All of this took about 10 to 12 days, as we were starting with nothing. Insanely though, as I returned to put the items away, Chris informed us that he had already finished the challenge and had won. I have no idea how he did it so quickly. Apparently he went for the Heart of the Sea first and got lucky in caving and in the treasure chest, so he was able to get diamonds so much faster than us before we were even able to focus on diamonds in the first place. Anyways, congrats to Chris on the fattest of dubs. Now it was time to work on a gunpowder farm. We had gotten elytras a long time ago, but never really used them because we didn't have fireworks, so now it was time to finally do that. We were going to construct a super simple one, and it was going to be an all-around mob farm because we didn't know how to make it only creepers. I took a design I saw on YouTube and then went to make it a little bit more of my own, so I don't follow the redstone completely. Definitely nowhere near as efficient as the ones you can find if you follow a tutorial on YouTube, but we did it ourselves and that's what matters. We made square platforms on the diagonal so that the water would push them off onto the magma blocks. Water would flow down to wash the drops into the corners, and that would collect them in a chest. I'm taking the same idea from the YouTube videos, but just making it absolutely botched. There's no other way to say it. After taking forever to construct these massive platforms, we closed in the bottom with glass and then stood back to watch the farm in all its glory. Definitely slower and not optimized whatsoever, but hey, there's only 3 of us, so it's not that big of a deal. We don't need much gunpowder. On day 340, we decided that the storage log from our first video was not enough, and Daniel wanted to make an actual boat. We weren't going to use it for storage, but we just wanted something cool to add on. Spoiler alert, it doesn't actually become much of a boat, but instead something completely foreign. It resembles a boat, but it just looks bad. We wanted to make a yacht, so we went to the nether to get a ton of quartz. I stayed mining until about day 346, where I had collected plenty of nether quartz. Dan decided to stay in the nether for a while longer so that he could bring quartz back halfway through the build. I started on the build with a very basic idea. I'm terrible at building the style, and I definitely am a one-trick pony with medieval, so it really doesn't look good. Once Dan gets back, he begins helping out with the abundance of quartz he brought. And then finally, on day 360, we stepped back and looked at the abomination. It looks like you kind of just took Legos and just kind of put them together, because there's just the weird part on the back and then the weird front, and it just doesn't work. But it's done. We now discuss what we want to do for our year's celebration, and we decided on going to the woodland mansion that was obliterated to fight 3 more withers. We got there on day 363, and it was time to fight the withers on day 365. We waited so that we could do it on exactly 365.
Whatever, man.
1. Go.
Oh, it started raining!
Of course it did.
I'm already about to drop mine. Mine's already
mine's
almost done.
Yeah, mine's pretty low. Health falls ripped to shreds. My health is quite low though, I'm not gonna lie.
Where's the hoe? Where's the hoe? Oh, I'm gonna die.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
Cap, okay.
I'm on 2.5. I actually might die.
I'm killing it. Mega hoe! There it is, 1 year. On the way back, though, is the reason we won't be doing 400 days. On the way back, through the treacherous nether, we encountered a ghast on a long, open bridge, before it shot a fireball and hit me directly into the lava while we tried to shoot it down. I couldn't escape as I began to swim up. Due to swimming under blocks by accident, Daniel and Chris tried to dig me out to save me, but unfortunately they couldn't do it in time. And that's it. At least we got to 1 year in this world. I'm sorry I'm the one that died and had to end this for us, but at the end of the day, we had a ton of fun, and make sure to look out for squads, because that should be coming out pretty soon.